Peace, family. Once again, this is Sister Kola Sojat, the spiritual doula of the underworld and the high priestess of the Sojat healing community. I wanted to come back with another video. I've been going through some different experiences, and this is going to go into a reading and a dream time that I had. This one is called God Never Sleeps. See, we just talked about when it seems as if our prayers aren't being answered, our work ain't working, our hope ain't hoping. But God never sleeps. So this video is to just reflect on the working nature of God, because often we forget. See, last night, or maybe I should say this morning, or 4 day in the morning, as we say in the South, which is literally the hours of 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. for those of you who don't know. And it speaks of the darkness or day before the light comes in, or morning. So it's still night, but it's before sunrise. It's rise, right? So this rising during those Saturn hours, or what we call melanated hours, when the melanin is dropping, I was resting, but I was still conscious as I rested. You guys know the space that I'm speaking to. And in that space between sleep and waking, I had one of the most vivid dreams. I was pregnant. And first, it was like a little bump, like a little baby bump. And I was told, like almost by a doctor, but it wasn't a doctor visible, so it had to be spirit, because it was a voice that said, "You're pregnant." And I'm like, "I'm not pregnant." And I looked, and I was big and pregnant. And as soon as I saw my stomach grow almost from like first trimester to full term, it was like others noticed. They were all around me. I mean, it wasn't a baby shower, but it was a celebration, because they didn't seem to be upset. Many were a little shocked, but it was still welcomed. My stomach was exposed in the dream, and I could literally see the baby moving inside of me. And in that dream or vision, there was shock, but again, it was welcome, because life was coming, whether I was ready or not, whether they were ready or not. I was about to give birth to something. And then, as dreams do, it shifted. I came up out of that vision, and before my feet even touched the floor, I just stayed resting. But I kept hearing over and over again a voice saying, "God never sleeps. God never sleeps. God never sleeps." And I'm like, yeah, that's something we've been hearing our whole life, you know? Now, we've heard all of this before. God never sleeps, or God don't sleep. But this time it came different. Not just as a comfort, or speaking of karma that someone may be getting, but as instruction. Not just as a reminder, but as a revelation. God never sleeps, because the work is always working. Now, I know the Bible teaches on the 7th day, going back to that 7-day reset, that God did rest. But the nature and the conscious flow in the way I'm speaking to of God is always flowing. The conscious flow is always flowing. The power never rests. The all is always watching. This is the God that is omnipotent, all-powerful, omniscient, all-knowing, omnipresent, everywhere at once, and omniscient, endlessly creating. This is what consciousness is, that stream, even when it appears to be at rest. It's waiting and ready to work, not bound by gender, but holding the unity of masculine and feminine in perfect balance. And not just good God in the way we define good, but balanced, impartial, and exact in justice. See, there's many reasons why we have to wait, just like a woman has to wait when she's about to give birth to a child. See, some of you guys are pregnant right now, literally and spiritually. Even some of the men have things that are about to be created. Your seed is being dropped. It's already been dropped on things that's about to manifest. You in your gestation period. But I want to go back to what we call the good or bad in God, because many times we feel we're being punished when our prayers or our manifestations are the things that we hope for has not yet showed up. So what we call bad, God may call necessary. What we call a curse or a punishment might be the mercy we can't yet name. It's not good or evil. It's consequence. It's part of the working nature of God, cause and effect, which is a universal law. The law returning the seeds we've planted, knowingly and unknowingly. And see, many people are going through a spiritual gestation time. See, that's why that pregnancy came, because I've been in a long period of gestation of this hold up, this waiting. But waiting is a part of the process sometime, and only the working nature of God knows why some things take time. See, we see the baby being born, but we don't know everything that's in the process. You know, we know what the doctors tell us, but we don't know the true nature of how that baby is being formed. Okay? So God isn't sleeping even now while we're waiting on our blessing to be answered, because God never sleeps. Divine timing is never off. Because God never sleeps, there's no such thing as unseen. He sees it all. She sees it all. It sees it all. Everything is marked. Everything is accounted for, above and below, in and out, here and there. Trust the process, but respect the law. And don't sit around counting other people's blessings because you got your own blessings to count. Don't worry about when another person is going to get their karma, because that's not for you to measure. If you're out of alignment, the law will bring you back into alignment. Just like those that you're waiting to see karma happen to or wondering how they keep flourishing, mind your business. That pays you. Because we can truly block our blessing by keeping our eyes on another person's blessing. So, family, this is just a little more inspiration in that period of delays. Some of you are about to give birth sooner than you think. Like I said, in the dream, it started as a baby bump, but almost overnight, it was in its full gestation, and it's coming. And when that blessing do come, will you be ready? Now, if you're already sowing, the harvest is already in motion. And if you're building, the foundation is already set. So you don't have to keep tapping your foot and watching the clock. You don't have to wonder if Spirit sees you, if God sees you. And for those of you who say, I am God, then you should know what the deal is. Truth be told, God never sleeps, so you can rest. God never sleeps, so you can keep moving. God never sleeps, and the work is always working. So you have to just be in a space of having radical trust for this process. Because sometimes when we push and we try to fight God or fight the power, you get more of what you don't want. So right now, I know there's some of you that's about to give birth, so you can already give thanks. The miracle is not coming, it's here. The shift is already happening. You just got to say, I've done all I can. Now it's Spirit's turn. It's here. And I know that for some of you guys, this has been a lengthy video, but if you are still with me, then you get the opportunity to hear the cards and the messages that I pulled. Okay, and I'm still pulling. So we have tarot reader. So some of you guys may literally need to book a reading right now, a personal reading. And if you're interested in my services, you can look in my bio and send me an email requesting a reading, and I'll give you the information. Give me 24 to 48 hours to respond. Another message I'm getting is watch your mouth. So some of you guys, if you've been speaking illy on yourself or your situation or of others, or even giving too much information, it's telling you to watch your mouth, as in watch what you say, okay? For us, it's literally your very words that is creating that energy of blockage. Some of you guys spoke a baby into existence, so you will be having a baby. I hope you're not having a change of heart on that, because the change of heart energy also came up for some of you, because ready or not, here it comes. And that's the same with whatever you've manifested. Something that you manifested in the past is coming to pass. For some of you guys, this is music. You will be making music, and your music will be manifesting. You may go viral, or something is going to click with music. And I'll pull one last message. It says, you'll succeed at last. Okay, so like I said, success is on the way for some of you guys. So if you know you planted that seed is manifesting now. Okay, so just wait a little longer. You have also side hustle. It's saying for you to use your innate talents to supplement or increase your income, okay? For some of you, your side hustle will become your main source of income. And for others of you waiting for that big moment, you need a side hustle. I'm just keeping it 100. And you also, for some of you guys, you got suburb living, so you will be leveling up and moving into a new neighborhood. Some of you guys are waiting for the word on getting a new house. You will be getting your house this year or in the early part of next year. It's coming. Some of you will be getting that house next month in September, but keep it quiet. Now, I'm looking on the bottom of the deck, and the message that we got in the first read, if you look at the other video that I dropped, it says, get away from it. That's on the reset video. Get away from it. And that's what's on the bottom of the deck. It's something you got to get away from. Somebody you got to get away from. Negative thinking. Whatever it is, it's time to put it down. It could even be a bad habit. But before you get this blessing, you got to get away from it. And I'm going to end on that. Thank you guys for your patience. And you have a good night. Stay tuned for more.